So good morning and welcome to my new video. So this is on the little issue that we're having with the DT4R, which I'm going to call the DT4R 0 issue. So we do an older version like this and a newer version like this. But looking at them, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference on which one is which, to be honest. So the only difference between them that you'll actually see is the boot up sequence on these devices. So when you boot this one up, it's got a different boot up sequence to when you boot the new one up. So let me show you the boot up sequence on this one. So once you put the batteries into it, you'll literally just get this. So you just get like the temperature displayed and then the temperature will go out. On the new device, when you boot this one up, what you'll actually get is a completely different boot sequence. So you'll get like the colors come up, the display come up, and then you'll get this, it reminds me of like a worm going round and out a circle, you know what I mean? That sort of thing. So you'll get that come up on the screen. So if you want to check whether your DT4R will pair in or not, what I'd suggest you do is just create a false zone on the Evohome controller first. So I'm going to use add zone. So we're going to go in through this, and then I'm just going to do test. We're just going to we'll just do test. Okay, like so. And then I'm just going to create a zone val zone, just because we just need to create a zone. I'm going to create a zone val zone just to see if the stat will pair or not. Okay. And the reason the thermostat will or won't pair is because the device firmware version on the Evohome controller. So once you get to this point here and it says bind the sensor in, go and get your DT4R like so, if it's the new version. So if you get the boot up like the other one, press and hold the button, go to RF, and then go to CO mode. Then when you're here, press the button once. Okay, so if you do that, and then what you'll see, you'll either get a 1 or a 0. If at this point you get the 1, it's successful. You've probably got the new firmware on your Evohome controller. Okay, I'm just going to quickly clear this though and show you what it looks like if you get the 0 error. So I'm just going to go across here to clear. I'm going to clear it. Okay, and then I'm going to show you that binding sequence again. So you go across to CO. If you click it, and then you get this 0 displayed, I'll show you shortly, like this. There you go. So if you get a 0 come up like this, the firmware on your Evohome controller won't be the right firmware for this thermostat. Okay, and what you'll need to do, you can double check this first. So hang on a minute, let me just clear this here first. So I'm just going to bind this into this relay I've got here very quickly. So I'm just going to bind this in, press a button, and then you'll see that then. So now that's bound in. Let's go exit this menu, and then I'll show you the firmware. So you've got to exit out of this. Then if you press the settings once, you can quickly see actually that zone there, look, that I've created, because it's errored, you can see the test zone, but you can see there's an hourglass there because that actual thermostat has errored. So, and it's not bound. So if you press settings, press settings, and then click and hold. So it's important you click and hold device settings like this, and hold it for about 10 to 15 seconds. And what it will do, you'll see the hidden menu, which shows your device firmware. And as you can see on this one, we've got 02470001. And the Wi-Fi software is 02001700. So this is the firmware that you need to pair that DT4R, which has got the new firmware, into the Evohome controller. Okay, it's 02470001. That is the firmware you need. Okay, if you've not got that firmware, if it says anything other than that there, you need to get your firmware updated. Okay, and it will not work without updating that firmware first. Okay, so what you can do is you can just contact Residio, which is the manufacturer of the Evohome system, on 0300 130 1299. That's 0300 130 1299, and ask them to push the new firmware version through to your Evohome controller. So tell them about the 02470001 firmware and get that pushed through to your Evohome controller. At that point, you will find that your DT4R will pair in perfectly into your Evohome controller. Okay, so this will then work no problem at all. So there we go. This has been my video on this fault. If you found it useful, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. I do try and do videos like these whenever they crop up, or I need to help people because there's multiple phone calls about the same thing. And if I have actually genuinely helped you, please consider giving me a super thanks, which is a payment for the video. Really appreciate those. They help generate new content, new videos, things like that. And there we go. So that is this video for today. Thanks very much for watching it. Really appreciate all the people that do. And I will see you on the next video.